Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you something. Probably you might have done that or you might have been doing it. And this is more specific and moreover related to the device management and in context of excluding path or the folder path of the devices using the policy basically, right? So now this is something you might have seen and when there is a need of particular folder path to be excluded from the policy or by using policy on the devices so that that respective path is not been catch hold and is not been allowed to execute or run or verify by the antivirus or any other capability on to the devices, right? Now this is something many organizations they do have a lot of different tools deployed across the managed devices by using Intune and any other products. But each product is different. They do have different policies, different configurations altogether. But the policies that are available into the Intune, there are three different policies, and definitely it totally depends on the service provider as well, whether that service provider do have any of those services provided and those are reachable from endpoints to the server and vice versa endpoints as in client and server architecture, right, where endpoint has a particular agent or service installed and that service needs to reach out back to the server on a particular occasion, maybe a particular given time or maybe every 2 hours or every maybe 8 hours to synchronize the systems, identity systems, monitoring capabilities, systems services, and systems health checks overall, right? Now, that is something every organizations are using, and those are the different tools available. But in this context or in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the scenario where I have seen, and many companies do use that as well to exclude a particular folder path using the different policies, right? So I'm going to create a single one policy, but I'm going to talk and show you other options as well, which are available in Intune. And those options are going to be really be helpful for IT pros, IT admins, and anyone simply who are actually working in device management as well as people who wanted to be uh, learn that as well, right? So that's something you can go ahead and deploy it, or even if you don't have appropriate access or license or anything, but still you can work with the respective team and get them know about this, and they can go ahead and take those steps, right? So this is going to be pure on the screen. I'm going to show you all those steps one by one, and you should be aware about it. So let me go ahead and share my screen quickly here so that you can get to know and understand it. All right. So here you can see I'm on to the Intune portal and the steps which I'm going to take starting from endpoint security here, which are available, and by showing up or by creating a policy, which is going to be pretty straightforward as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So here you see a bunch of options for us. But the policy which is to exclude a specific folder path, for example, I wanted to exclude a folder path of, I'll simply open one of the folder, not folder directly, but I will simply open up one of the notepad. And here let's say I wanted to exclude a specific folder path, program files, then slash a specific folder. Let's say maybe I have an application called Graph API, and then I have another folder in that is maybe scripts, right? So now this is a folder path. What what I wanted to do is I wanted to exclude this path because whatever is there in this folder, which is in the scripts, that is being catch hold by the antivirus, and it is not allowing that script to be executed, right? Now, why that is happening? Because of antivirus found that this is running behind the scenes on the devices, and it is trying to run some background obfuscated scripts, which is against the Windows policies or Windows does not allow. And even if it is allowing, or even if Windows has those capabilities to run on, but still, and the antivirus and its signatures found that this is not a legit script or legit execution, and that is why it has caught up these scripts and this path specifically and blocked it, right? But in many scenarios, we need to go ahead and exclude that and let and allow this script or this path to be excluded so that it is going to keep up and running and work as expected, right? And that is why we have to go ahead and exclude that path. And that reason, I'm going to simply copy this path and I would simply go ahead and exclude that one. So now to exclude that one, there are different options for us by creating a policy. One is with antivirus, another one is firewall, and the third one is by using attack surface reduction. So to create all of these three options, we need to create a policies. So first one is using antivirus majorly, right? So that's going to be centralized managed through Intune and deployed it across all the endpoints wherever we wanted to target, or it could be a specific group or specific device in that context as well. Similarly, on the firewall, we would have, or we need to allow a specific URLs which are going to be delivering those contents from the cloud-based CDN delivery, or which is also called as content delivery networks, right? And by leveraging those, we would be able to do that if we have that from maybe service providers or clients or whoever is going to provide that one. So we can allow that using firewall so that we are not, or the systems are not blocking that, and that is going to be excluded and allowed to execute. But there would also be need of that respective agent or respective client to be installed and deployed on those endpoints, and they would need those respective CDNs or the service delivery that needs to be happen between that endpoint and the agent which is deployed on the tool on the devices, right? So that endpoints and that respective agent gets back to the respective system, right? And then it gives us the complete picture of devices, what's happening on device and what is the health of endpoint and everything together. You might have seen there's one of the capability or tool which is called as next think, right? Which does provide the same capability where we do deploy and lightweight agent on each endpoint, and it captures everything, all activities of endpoints, including device health, what are the possible or potential issues that might occur, and it is also going to give us the clarity whether device is not working, any potential issues, and the respective teams should go ahead and work on those issues so that device remains healthy, active, and users can go ahead and use it without any problems, right? So that way it is going to be providing. The same way, this is also going to be the one. And then attack surface reduction rule. This is also same where we will simply exclude the same path, which is over here, you can see. And the same path is going to be added into the policy, and that is going to be excluded, right? So let's go ahead and start with antivirus first. And I'll simply create that policy and show you over there. Perfect. So it's opening up. Let's go ahead and create one. Select Windows, select the appropriate option. So here are different options. And for us, we need to do the exclusion. So that is why we need to select this one. So I'm going to select exclusion, and then there's option to create. So give it a name, something like exclude folder path or give it a name, something like scripts. I'm just going to give it name something like this, but definitely you should give it appropriate name, right? So that it is easy to understand along with the description, and that's easy for anyone to go back and see and make appropriate changes, whatever is needed. So here you can see there are different options, including process, including extension, including paths and processes. Now I'm going to exclude a complete path, right? I'm not, or I don't care about the process, or I don't care about the extension as well. So I need to add that respective path over here. And once we add that path, it should be allowing that path or whatever is going to be running in that respective path, it should be working on the device simply, right? Without any blockers or without any issues by catching or by enabling by the antivirus, right? So let's go ahead and move to the next one. This is a scope tags. I'm not going to add anything. This is the assignment directly. So from here, I can target any specific group or anything that we wanted to. So for now, I am just simply going to find any specific group and I can deploy it to the, let's say, developers. I wanted to target developers group, and you can see there are 4 users. There run devices. So now there is a requirement, or I would say you should deploy the policy on the devices instead of user accounts, because we are going to deploy this, or we would be deploying respective agent on the device context. So we should be deploying the policy on the device context as well, so that it is going to work as expected. On the user also it is going to work, but definitely there is a gap between device and user context, right? So that's something we need to make sure. So for now, I'm going to keep it as is, and we should be good here. Go to the next, and you can see the last summary of the settings. And then once we are good here, just hit that save button, and it's going to create a policy. Perfect. So policy is created, and we would see that over here. Let me just scroll it down. And perfect. So here's the policy, right? Now, once this policy is applied successfully to the devices that we are targeted using the group, we will see the different statuses, whether it is a succeed, error, conflicts, not applicable, or in progress, right? So it's going to show whatever it is basis on the devices and Intune, or the sync between both side, client and server side. And then basis on that, we can go ahead and take the actions, like if it is failed somewhere, or if there are any errors, then we need to go back and see what's going to, or what's happening there, right? So basis on that, we would be able to find what are the issues, what are the issues that we need to find and resolve them. And you can see the respective path that we have excluded as a configuration setting. So this is pretty straightforward and standard policy that we would create. And that's how it is going to be, right? So this is pretty straightforward, and wanted to show you how we can go ahead and exclude a specific path using antivirus policy, right? Using Intune, right? So yep, that is what I wanted to talk and show you about. And also I'm going to show you on the firewall and attack surface reduction, because attack surface reduction has a lot to offer in this scenario, and to protect different capabilities of devices, and running and allowing and blocking certain conditions on the devices, right? So yep, that is what I wanted to show you and talk about it, and hope you learned something new. And let me know in the comment section below. Also, put your questions, anything, and any thoughts around this one or any other topic or scenario that you have come across and you wanted to clarify and get to know. And I'd be happy to answer and collaborate on it. So, yep, that's all. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel as well, so that you get to see every new video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.